Welcome to Rediscover the Verde Valley. I'm Christian Oliva Del Rio. I'm the President and CEO for the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce. And with me today is Katherine Anderson. She is a program specialist with the Regional Economic Development Center at Yavapai College. Welcome.
Welcome. Good morning.
You're not a stranger to this show.
No.
We've done this a couple times, haven't we?
Yes, just a few.
It's getting to be that time of year again, right?
Yes.
It's job and career fair time. So.
Yes. We're officially in the season.
Officially in the season. We're just looking at how many we got coming up through September, right? There's at least 5, 6 of them over the next few months.
Yes, we call it job fair season.
Right, and you've been called, deemed the queen of the job fairs,
yes,
right?
That is my official title.
So we're changing it from program specialist to job fair queen.
Okay.
Okay?
Where's my tiara, though?
I know, right? I should have brought you one.
Dang.
So, Katherine, you've been doing this for quite some time. How many years now?
Probably around 5 years.
Yeah, yeah. I know every year I've been involved with it with you, and I think I was trying to think of that last night. So I've been with the Chamber for 13 years, and I've been doing it for 13 years that I know of, and it's been at least another 2 or 3 prior to that. So we're at least in the 15th year that we've been hosting this Verde Valley Job Fair.
Yeah, it's been going on for, I know, way longer than my involvement.
Right.
But I've been at the college 6 years, and
Yeah.
I had a year without job fairs.
Right.
And then it was like, boom.
Boom. And then you mastered it and became the queen.
And then yes.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself. So you've been with Yavapai College for 6 years. How long have you been in the Verde Valley? And
Well, I actually live down in the Prescott area.
Right.
But I've lived in Yavapai County for, gosh, how old is my daughter?
Oh, wow, yeah.
We moved here when she was just 3 months old.
Yeah.
So I always go, how old is she?
Right.
And she is going to be 17 this summer.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's crazy, right?
My daughter's going to be 17. That's scary. So 17 years
Yeah.
I've lived in Yavapai County.
Yeah.
That just kind of blows me away right there.
Right.
And I love this area.
Right. It's great people,
people.
community-minded. These kind of events are huge. That was another thing is why we were talking about, why so many of them so all over the place, right?
All over the place, yes, because they're huge and they're needed.
They are needed. Building in the community, right? Highlighting employers that have openings, and then of course serving the local community.
Serving the local community, and when I just said lived in Yavapai County, that's exactly it. We serve Yavapai County.
Right.
So it's not just Prescott Valley, Verde Valley, it is Yavapai County. And so that is why there's so many of them.
Sure.
We're serving Yavapai County.
And spread out. I mean, you just did one in Chino Valley,
We
right?
just- yes.
And you were saying you actually get a draw from Ashford.
Yes,
and-
Chino
and
Valley,
Seligman
we do
area.
get Prescott and Prescott Valley to
Right.
come to Chino Valley, but yes, that's serving Ashford, Paulden. It's also heading, I guess you would call that north.
Right, yeah.
Yes,
Northwest kind
Northwest.
of. Yeah, right.
So yes, well, some people will say, well, you have one in Prescott, but you don't have Ashford and Seligman and Paulden necessarily coming to the Prescott
Sure.
one.
Yeah.
So we need to serve the whole county.
Right, transportation, we were talking about transportation is usually a hindrance in getting some of these people in some of the more rural areas to these resources. So keeping up the good work, and sure do appreciate Yavapai College and the partnership, the long partnership that we've had with you guys doing this.
Well, same thing.
Yeah.
We appreciate your partnership.
It's a good thing, right?
Yes.
And we make great friends.
Yes, we do.
So you had some exciting news. Didn't you just graduate with a degree? You're like, got super brains, as my granddaughter would say.
Yes, I just graduated with my master's in December.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's over with.
I know. And how did you balance it all? Going to school, raising a family, moving. I mean, you've been through a lot.
I did. My family didn't see a lot of me for 2 years, and they're glad to have me back.
Right. Yeah. That's great. Excellent. So tell us a little bit more about the REDC, as it's been deemed, right? The Regional Economic Development Center. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit more about that.
The Regional Economic Development Center, and I have this beautiful little handout right here.
Right.
As
Nice.
it says, we build strong rural communities.
Right.
One of the major or it's not one of the major, one of the components we do with the Red Sea. That always sounds so.
I know, right?
I think of
The,
when you
the
say
actual
it that
Red
way. Well, one of the parts of it that we do is the job fairs.
Right.
Workforce is a strong part of the Red Sea.
Sure.
I do the job fair part, obviously, as we're sitting here talking about today. We also do workforce analysis. My manager, Karen Jones, that's one of her functions. So like if an industry or even the chamber or an economic developer, one of the municipalities.
Right.
It's like, hey, we need to know what is this economics, what is this trend, what is this?
Certain demographics in an area that tie into.
Exactly.
Right.
Can you run an analysis for us? Because, hey, this potential company wants to come to town.
Sure.
And so she can go put all those facts and figures into the computer and run some analysis and do these reports, which is huge because, again, if a certain company is looking at the area or, a certain program, they want to know, is it worthwhile?
Right.
Is this going to work, or should we be looking elsewhere? And no, of course we want to hope that they're looking at us.
Right.
So we want to provide that information.
Right. We've actually worked with them in pulling some of that data for, looking at workforce specifically and, what are the trends? Are they leaving the area? Are they coming back? How are we going to attract other businesses? How do we retain our current businesses?
Exactly.
So it's a lot of very useful data that they can help us with. What a lot of people don't realize too is there's a lot of resources up there that don't really cost people a lot of money or time. I mean, you guys do provide a lot of great things for our community. So how are you tied into the SBDC? So Small Business Development Center.
Yes,
right?
I wear two hats.
Yes, I know.
The Small Business Development Center is here to help businesses that are getting started or businesses that are already going but maybe need some assistance.
Sure.
Not sure how to grow their business further or just need, we don't know how to market better.
Right.
And so you can come in and make an appointment with one of our business analysts, and it's free.
Right.
It's a free service, no charge, and they can help point you in the right direction.
Right.
We do that all over the Verde Valley, Verde Valley and Prescott. We have a counselor up here in the Verde Valley, Ruth Ellen Alinsky, and she serves Cottonwood, Clarkdale, Sedona, Rimrock, Camp Verde, all over up here, and she is awesome.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's all free. We offer workshops, and some of those workshops may have a small fee, but again, it's just a small fee.
Right.
But it's great, and again, it's for new businesses that are just, you have this great idea. Oh my gosh, I want to launch this company that does this. How do I get started?
Right.
Well, you can call Ruth Ellen, and she can help point you in the right direction. And I always have to tell people, we can assist and guide you.
Yeah.
We don't do the work for you.
Right, you have to do it.
You have to do the work. If we're doing the work for you, that's not helping you.
It's not your business. It's right, exactly. So.
And then again, if you're a business that's been going for a long time and maybe you've run into a roadblock or you just need some more direction, some more guidance, we're here for that
or
too.
refresher course on how to make you relook at and reevaluate your business plan and see if it's working for you. Yeah. So we've actually partnered with the SBDC on a couple of workshops too, and it's been a great resource for our chamber members too. So that's great stuff up there. So SBDC, obviously, website would be yc.edu/SBDC. And then for the Red Sea is the same thing. It's yc.edu/REDC.
Yes,
right?
we're
pretty simple.
Easy, yes.
So I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk some more about job fairs and what people can expect.
Sounds good.
We'll see you in just a minute.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.org.
Welcome back to Rediscover the Verde Valley. Again, I'm Christian Oliva Del Rio, the President and CEO for the Cottonwood Chamber. And with me is Katherine Anderson, Queen of the Job Fairs.
I just want people to know I did not give myself that
Patrick.
name. I
think it was Patrick that started that. Tell us a little bit about Patrick, because he's also one of our great partners, right?
Yes, Patrick works with Arizona at Work.
Right.
And I don't even know his new title now.
Right.
He has moved
Veteran Services pretty much, right?
Veteran Services, and he's moved up in the organization. And what's really cool about Patrick, though, is even though he's moved up in the organization, he's made it clear he still wants to be involved with the job fairs.
Right. He's passionate about it.
He's very passionate about the job fairs and helping our community members find employment and making the connections. He will, if he has somebody come into his office and say, this is what I'm looking for, and he knows that that's going to be at the job fair, he will meet them there and specifically help them find that company, even if that means rescheduling his whole day to make it work. He's a strong
community partner, leader, and
huge community
resource. Great guy. And he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
And he comes up with great nicknames.
Yeah. So again, I did not give myself that name. I just want people to know that.
We like it though. It's stuck and it's really good.
Yes.
So I went to the website because I pretty much have been familiar with your website with the Red Sea, and there's a lot of great resources on there. In fact, we were just talking about some of the job fairs. So if you live in some of these rural areas, definitely check out yc.edu/REDC, REDC. And there is a link on there. So as we were just talking, we just finished up one in Chino Valley. We've got one in Prescott coming up March 25th.
Yes.
And Cottonwood obviously is April 8th, and that's at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds. The Young Adult Expo, that sounds exciting. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
This is the first time we've done the Young Adult Expo. Last year we held a Young Adult Job Fair, which was similar to the rest of our job fairs, except it was geared towards 16 to 24-year-olds.
Right.
And it is still geared towards 16 to 24-year-olds. However, this year we're expanding it from a job fair to kind of like a one-stop shop. It's going to have education resources, career resources, financial aid resources. So a student, a potential student, a young professional, all of the above can walk in and they can come in and go, okay, I've just graduated high school. I'm not sure if I want to go to college. I want to join the military. I want to go to work. Help me. So
that's excellent.
Yes, we're going to have mentors as they walk in to sit down and talk to them. Okay, what are you looking for? What do you think you want to do? Then we have someone that comes in and go, I just graduated high school or college. I have my degree. I'm looking for work now. Okay, let's take you to the job fair portion. I'm in college, but what the heck is a FAFSA? I keep hearing this term FAFSA, but I don't know what that means. Okay, well, come over here. We have financial aid experts that can help you understand FAFSA, financial aid, scholarships, grants, all of that. So that's what I mean by one-stop shop.
It's excellent. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, that's kind of how our job fair was kind of geared in the beginning stages of that too, right? I mean, there's a lot of excellent resources, and a lot of people don't realize that they're available. So tell us where this is going to be held, and a little bit more about that.
That one's going to be held in the Yavapai College Prescott Gymnasium on April 29th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And again, it's specifically geared towards 16 to 24-year-olds. I am hoping we're going to get some middle schoolers maybe to attend for the educational resources part of it.
Good. It's never too early to start planning.
It's never too early, and my plan is our career and technical education Yes, education, our CTE division,
Right.
is going to be there to focus on some of those programs. So for the students that don't know about dual enrollment, they're
Yeah.
getting ready to go into high school, and they can find out, oh my gosh, I
Right.
didn't know you could go and
Start earning college
start
credits,
earning
right?
college credits.
Yes.
That allied health and
Yeah.
robotics and all these programs exist. Like my daughter right now, she's a junior in high school, and she's taking 2 college classes.
Right.
And she does one online, and she does one physically at our Yavapai College Prescott campus, and
Right.
she's excited.
Yeah.
She was already telling me last night that, Mom, I didn't realize next semester I can take my math, my English, and
Yeah.
I think she said her science. She goes, instead of taking them at the high school, they
Right.
said I can take them all through Yavapai.
Right. That's excellent. And then
I
when
know.
you start working towards your degree, you've already knocked out a lot of those
Exactly.
core classes that you've got to take. Right. That's amazing. And then the opportunities are incredible. Name some of those classes: robotics, right?
Robotics. we have drone classes,
Right.
and we're talking about having the drone there too.
Nice. I
Yeah.
like it.
So we really want to excite our young adults,
Yeah.
and those who, like I said, may have already graduated, but are like, I'm
just don't know
done.
where
I
to
don't-
turn
I
next
don't know
or
where I
what.
want to turn.
Right, and to realize that there's a lot of these resources right here in the Verde Valley. You don't actually have to leave here and go to Phoenix or Maricopa County and do these different things. They're right here in our
They're
own
right
backyard.
here. Exactly. So we want to
That's
just
awesome.
show them. Yes,
Yeah.
so you don't have to go down to Maricopa
Right.
or Coconino, or we have things right here in Yavapai County.
Yeah,
So
that's
we're really
excellent.
excited about this. We're getting it started. We're still rolling out the carpet and all
Right.
that. It's still in the planning stages.
stuff.
But look for more information.
Yeah, that's excellent. So a couple more of the other ones that we're having. So in Camp Verde, that one's a little bit later in the year in September, and then there's another in Prescott Valley as well in September. And then you're the main point person for most of that, right?
Yes.
So excellent. One of the things I was also looking at, which I loved, is 10 tips to get the most out of a campus on-campus career fair. And it doesn't necessarily just apply to on-campus. I mean, a lot of this applies to what we're doing, right? So I think we're kind of at the point where we need to take another quick break, because we could just talk about this forever.
Yes, we could.
But let's take a quick break, and then we'll really focus on some of this stuff at the last session.
Sounds
okay?
good.
All right. Thank you, folks, and we'll see you in just a minute.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
There are people who struggle with addiction and homelessness. Sometimes it may feel like there is nothing we can do to help.
But there is. You can make a tax-deductible donation and help those in need transition away from homelessness.
When you give someone a handout, you could actually be supporting an addiction.
A better life starts with better health, especially for those living in the streets.
Support solutions, not addictions. You can make a difference. Visit cottonwoodcares.org.
Welcome back to Rediscover the Verde Valley. Again, I'm Christian Oliva Del Rio, CEO for the Cottonwood Chamber, and with me is Katherine Anderson, Program Specialist with the REDC, Regional Economic Development Center at
Yes.
Yavapai College. What's a Program Specialist?
It is someone who does all duties as a
I know,
side.
right? Multiple hats, right?
Yes.
And you're so special, so they gave you the specialist. Yes. I know. I love it. You are special. Near and dear to my heart. So before the break, we were talking about 10 tips to get the most out of these job fairs and career fairs, right? Mm-hmm. So, number one struck me: do your research ahead of time, right? So if you go to the Cottonwood Chamber's website, and we'll be hosting the list of employers that are going to be there. Start looking at that, mm-hmm. right? Start planning who you're interested in visiting, and why else should we do some more research?
Well, it's very important when you go to the job fair, and FAN contracting, mm-hmm. they're one that's going to be there this year, and you go up and talk to FAN. you want to know what you're talking about. You don't want to come up to the table and be like, okay, so what do you guys do?
Yeah.
I see you on the road, but what
Right.
exactly? You want to come up to fan contracting, reach in with that firm handshake and be, so according to blah, 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 or, you know, I understand you want to just be strong, have your knowledge, and know what fan contracting does.
Do your research.
Talk about
Google them. Right?
Google them.
Yeah,
Talk
you've
about
got
them.
resources at your fingertips.
Exactly.
It's pretty easy to find out what this company does and why you may want to work for them, right?
You don't want to go up there. So you've seen the list. We have it on our website, plus you have it on your website.
Right.
You want to walk up to that table and not be going, mold-in graphic systems.
Yeah,
so what exactly
that?
do you do? And you're hiring for a
you
blah, blah, blah.
You got a better chance of being hired if you actually know what they do and want to apply.
Right.
Because you may not want to go work for one of those. So that's where you need to prioritize, which is number 2, right? So
talk about that position with them.
Right.
Then you can also know, when you've done your research and you know what that position is involving, you can go, okay, so in my past, I've done this, this, and this, which is part of that position that you're hiring.
My skills are specific to this kind of a job,
they
right?
match.
They match, right.
So let me sell myself and talk about why I would be a good hire for you.
Right.
But if you haven't done your research, then they're going to look at you and go, and you want me to hire you because...
Right. So some people are kind of timid too. So, you know, number 3 is practice your elevator pitch. Your elevator speech or pitch, right? And so, you know, a quick 30 seconds about yourself, and why you're good for this position, right? It's something that you should work on. And where could people potentially get help on, you know, doing that?
We have partners that can help them with that. Arizona at Work, Goodwill of Central and Northern Arizona, and NACOG.
Yeah.
And they could even contact Yavapai College. I shouldn't say it like that. They could even contact Yavapai College.
No, but that's
of
another
course
resource.
They can contact Yavapai College if they want to reach out to me. That's what I should have meant.
Right.
They could even reach out to me if they wanted to practice their elevator pitch, and I could help them with that.
Right.
But NACOG, Goodwill of Central and Northern Arizona, and who am I forgetting? Arizona at Work.
Yeah.
They are the ones that can help you.
Sure.
That is what they're here for.
Right.
Elevator pitches, resumes, how to handle your interviews. That's where they excel.
Right. Always bring, I mean, this is obvious, bring plenty of resumes. And again, that's where your research ahead of time. If you know there's only going to be 4 or 5 people that you may want to talk to, you only need to really get 4 or 5, right? But always bring a few extras in case. You never know. There's always somebody else that might be there or might get signed up with us at the last minute that you might be interested in.
We always recommend bring a minimum of 10.
Yeah.
Because for that very reason, some companies, and again, I'm just going to use fan contracting as an example. At the last job fair, the Chino Valley Job Fair, as I walked by on their sign, I noticed they were hiring for an IT person.
Right. You wouldn't suspect that,
You wouldn't suspect it.
Right.
And if you didn't do your research in advance, you wouldn't have known that. And
Excellent point.
you'd walk by and go, oh my gosh, I can do IT.
Right.
But you didn't bring a resume because you thought fan contracting was just big, heavy trucks.
10 isn't at least a good number, but definitely do your research because you may need more, right?
Exactly.
So this one always gets me, dress for success. Be surprised to see how many people don't, unfortunately. You know, so you know, a lot of great resources as well, and this is something we've discussed in many of our meetings. You know, a Goodwill or thrift stores, you may not be able to go afford a 3-piece suit, and not that you would necessarily need one, but you have resources out there. If you needed a sports coat or a nice dress or something, you may not have access to them. These are other great resources that people can tap into, right?
Right. And we're not. And again, like you just said, a 3-piece suit is not needed.
Right.
A nice pair of khakis.
But look like you're prepared.
Exactly.
Right. Dress up a little bit. Be proud.
Be
and
proud.
present yourself.
Be proud and
that
present
way.
yourself.
Exactly.
It
goes a long way.
Yes. Leave the sweatpants and the jeans with holes in them at home.
Bikini tops and slippers are not recommended.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we've seen that.
We have seen that.
So take that to heart. Get there early, right? You want to get there and scope out.
Get there early and scope out. Everybody's more wide awake at the beginning of a job fair. And
including us. It's a long day.
And the exhibitors, they're more alert.
Right.
It's just started. They're awake. Towards the end of it, it's been a long day.
Right.
And they're getting a little tired, and they're looking forward to 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
They want to go home.
Right.
So closer to it starting, you're going to catch them just more eager and more excited to talk to you.
Right. And collect business cards. Get contact information. Everybody that you've dropped a resume off with and spoken to, you should have information on them. And of course, that leads us right into number 10. This one, I think, speaks volumes, and I think a lot of people don't realize that they should do this. Follow up within 24 hours with everyone that you've spoken to, right?
Yes.
The odds are in your favor that if you even send a greeting card, a thank you card, hey, thanks for talking to you. I want to, let you know that I'm here, and anytime you want to talk, I'm available, right? It's really going to open some doors for you and show those employers that you're serious.
Yes, because just that casual, I call it a casual conversation, but hey, it was nice talking to you today. Okay, well, we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
And then you walk away.
Right.
And then they never hear from you again.
They've talked to dozens of people that day, so that adds a little more of a perk for you to get your foot in that door.
And especially when you dressed for success, and they remember, oh yes, that was that person in that nice outfit. They had the firm handshake. They had done their homework about the company before they came to the table, and they followed up.
Right.
I think we need to talk to this person.
Right.
All of those come together.
Yeah.
We're not saying you're going to get the job.
No,
but it all comes
increases
together.
your odds.
Yes.
Absolutely. It makes you more valuable to that employer. They're going to remember that and want to hire somebody that is there, that does their research, and that presents himself well and follows up. Those are key things in business to succeed.
All right. Well, you better. You've nailed it all. We're ready for you at the job fair.
I hope. Do you know something I don't know? I hope I'm still employed. So let's talk a little bit more details about the Verde Valley Job Fair. Since this is us, we are here. This is our job fair. Some of our partners. Name off our partners. Who is this we've been working with here?
We have been working with NACOG, Arizona at Work, Goodwill of Central and Northern Arizona, U.S. Vets, of course, Yavapai College,
and the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Great group of people that really care about our community and have a lot of powerful, useful resources here locally and all over, actually. So good stuff. We have some sponsors of our job fair as well. You want to mention them? Let's give some plugs.
Yes, we have FAN, who I've been mentioning, FAN Contracting,
right?
Brio Care Home Care, Doll Restaurant Group, Haven of Camp Verde, APS.
Right.
I think I got them all.
You've got them all.
I want to make sure I wasn't missing anybody.
So, but also I'm looking at the employer list right now, and we still have a lot of others that are signing up. There's still time to sign up for the job fair. If you're an employer, you need to fill some spots. Please check out Cottonwood chamberaz.org or yc.edu/REDC. Right?
Or specifically to go to the job fair, you can just go to yc.edu/job fair.
Right. Give you links and all kinds of resources there, right?
Yeah, we'll take you a link directly to Christian's page.
Right.
So if you can't remember, you're like, oh no, just job fair. It's really simple.
And there's definitely contact information there. If you've got more questions and need to call either one of us, all of our contact information is there. Again, at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds.
Yes.
April 8th.
April 8th.
From 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., right? And some of the other, I was looking, some of the other people that are registered, Molden Graphics, that's huge. They're one of the largest employers in our area, too.
And I think this is their first time.
Yeah, that's excellent. Exciting stuff there. Rainbow Acres is looking for people. Olson's Grain, Haven of Camp Verde again.
Haven of Camp Verde is a sponsor also.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So good stuff here. Doll Restaurant Group. Boy, that's kind of cool. It'd be neat to go work at, and excellent food. Buena Vista Children's Services, I know that they're looking for some classroom teachers and whatnot and assistants too. So a lot of great resources there and good people.
A lot of great, and it's a variety.
Yeah, right. So this was also something, and we were talking about Patrick earlier, right? So he shared this event, Be Connected, right, is the program. Do you know much about this? Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I don't know a lot about it. I know he sent it to me also. It is a Let me look at it more while I'm
Right.
sharing it. It's a Yavapai County launch of the Yavapai County Be Connected Partner Community Launch. And it's going to be held at the Yavapai College Verde Valley campus on March 17th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is for veterans, their service members, family members, community organizations, partners of the military and veteran community.
Right. So great resources
Great
for our vets and great opportunity for other businesses to tap into that other resource and some great workers. So that pretty much wraps up our time. Again, one more time, the Verde Valley Job Fair is April 8th from 4 to 6 at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds. For more information, check out cottonwoodchamberaz.org. Katherine, it's always a pleasure.
Yes.
And I will honor you and call you Queen from now on.
No.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate
Thank you.
All right, folks, we'll see you.
Bye.
Thank you.